Hello, my name is Curt Moore, and I'm the founder of Moat Title Security. Thank you for visiting our website. We've worked hard to make this a place where property owners can understand the growing risks of title fraud and how Moat is uniquely positioned to proactively protect you and your property. People often ask how I came up with the idea for Moat. To answer that, I go back to a personal experience, my first real encounter with title fraud that I personally faced in 2014. I was living and working in Colorado, as were my siblings and my elderly mother, who lived alone in a modest home she cherished. She loved decorating it, cooking Sunday meals. Her home meant everything to her. But like many aging parents today, she faced serious medical challenges that often kept her away from home for weeks and months at a time. One Saturday morning, I went to visit her and found a stranger on her porch, a big fellow arguing with my mom. My mother was frightened and confused. I got her inside, and he started telling me she'd agreed to sell him her house, and he had paperwork for her to sign. I knew immediately something was wrong. My mom would never sell her home. Not like that. Not without talking to her children. Not while recovering from surgeries. I told him to leave. He hurled insults as he walked away, and I knew this wasn't the end. My siblings and I often coached our mom about strange mail, phone calls, and scams. When she eventually moved to assisted living, her home became vacant, an easy target. I shared the porch incident with a colleague, our company's counsel. He said something that shocked me. Unfortunately, this is becoming more common. You need to keep an eye on the public records. He may try to file a fraudulent deed. My job often placed me in the county clerk's office, where I would research the records as part of my job. I warned the county clerks, and sure enough, within days, a man came in attempting to file the fraudulent deed in the records to transfer my mother's home. The clerks remarked that the property was under a fraud warning by the owner and declined accepting the document and remarked that it needed to go to the county attorney for review. He grabbed the document and stormed out. For months, until my mom passed away, I monitored the records constantly. I still think about those interactions and all of the what-ifs from that experience. What if I hadn't visited my mother that day? What if I hadn't talked to the county clerks? What if my confused mother had signed something she didn't understand? What if that fraudulent deed had been recorded? That was my introduction to title fraud, and I realized how heartless and destructive these criminals are, preying on the vulnerable without a second thought. In a recent national survey, nearly 2/3 of real estate professionals said title fraud schemes were present in their markets this past year. In another survey of 783 title insurance entities, 28% reported at least one interaction with attempted seller impersonation fraud. These statistics are not intended to create a sense of fear, but rather to simply acknowledge that the risk is real, and homeowners should consider protecting themselves and their property from this risk. I started thinking, how can we protect people like my mom? I took notes. I kept the idea alive while working along in my career. Years later, after retiring, I revisited those ideas and began shaping what would become Moat Title Security. Working with a top-tier legal team, we created the Notice of Title Freeze, or NOTF, a proactive protection designed to perform much like a credit freeze. It freezes your property title in the public record, deterring fraudulent transfers. Much like a credit freeze, the property title is frozen from further conveyances such as changes in ownership or placements of mortgages unless the property owner files and records a release of title freeze. In simple terms, the title to your property doesn't change without your approval. We're excited to offer this innovative proactive protection. Our competition offers reactive protection through monitoring and notification that something was recorded against the title to your property, whereas our strategy with the NOTF is centered around stopping title fraud before it even happens. And we want your experience with Moat to be simple, comfortable, and human. We don't use 1-800 numbers. We don't use chat robots. At Moat, real people are here to answer your questions. No sales pressure, just honest information to help you decide if a notice of title freeze is right for you. Thank you again for visiting our website. If you are looking for the peace of mind of knowing that your property is proactively protected from fraud, schedule a call and we'll talk through whether a title freeze is right for you. We're here to help. Thank you for spending some time and listening to the Moat story, and we hope to hear from you soon.